Hello everyone, my name is Javin and this is my YouTube channel. Today in this video I'd like to take a look at my top favorite 5 designs from Pokemon Generation 1, and this is my personal top 5 list, so if some of the Pokemon you think should appear here don't, let me know down in the comments section, and I'd like to see which ones you would put in your list. So I've got 2 honorable mentions here before I start at the top 5, and the first one goes to Pikachu, which I think is a very good design. It's just a bit overused, and also it bothers me a little bit that it overshadows its evolution and then later pre-evolution. I think it should have just been Pikachu, and having an evolution just kind of makes it weird. It just bothers me a little bit. I guess it's not really part of its design, but I don't know, it just bothers me too much. And the other honorable mention has to go to Mewtwo, which is a very awesome Pokemon. I do love the design. Just missed the top 5 list. It would have probably been number 6. One of my favorite legendaries, and I think he's very menacing looking, very powerful, and I like his color scheme. So, very cool Pokemon. Just missed the list, that's why he's honorable mention here. Number 5 on the list, I have Alakazam, the psychic type Pokemon, who has 2 spoons. Count them, not 1, but 2. He's got 2 spoons, and according to the Pokédex, he has an IQ of 5,000, which if you think about it, that's pretty absurd. If you have an IQ that high, you probably should be getting captured by a Pokeball and a trainer, and I don't really know what you're doing fighting Pokemon if you're that smart. And I really like that Alakazam is a one of the Pokemon that kind of stands on 2 feet, but he doesn't look horrible, unlike Jinx and Mr. Mime, who look very freaky. I think Alakazam really does look like a cool Pokemon that actually does stand on 2 legs. Number 4 has to go to my boy Snorlax, who's thick, chunky, and sleepy too. All things I desire to be. An interesting little fact about Snorlax is he opens his eyes when he faints in games in the Pokemon Stadium series. Also, I really do like Pokemon that are tied to different mechanics in the game. Even though the sleep thing is kind of annoying, having to get the flute, it's still kind of interesting that he has that extra aspect to himself. And at number 3 on the list, I have put multiple Pokemon, really the starters for the Generation 1 region. I think they're all really good. If I had to pick 2 of them, I would pick Charizard and Blastoise. Venusaur is not my favorite, but he's still pretty cool. An interesting little fact about Charizard, though, is that in the Generation 1 games, Red and Blue at least, you couldn't teach Charizard the move Fly. You could only do that starting in Pokemon Yellow. So that's kind of weird, because we all think of Charizard as being able to fly, but he couldn't really learn that in the very first games. I like his design. I think he's a really awesome flying lizard fire-breathing monster, and Blastoise too. I think they're a great combo. And I think their whole evolutionary lines really got it right. You know, cute at the beginning, kind of cool in the middle, and then really awesome is the 3rd and final evolution. It's in a lot of the games they have a hard time, I think, getting those evolutions right, but in this one they really did get those evolutions right. And number 2 on the list is SCYTHER, who is definitely one of my favorite Pokemon, and I think his design is great. He's kind of based off of a praying mantis sort of design, but they've taken that to a different level, put him on 2 legs. They've given him scythes, that's a hard word to say, for arms. And, you know, he can really slice those foes up. I love that design. He looks pretty menacing, and definitely my favorite bug-type design in the game by far. Really cool Pokemon. Well, if you're listening now, you've made it to the end, and we're at Gengar, the Ghost Poison-type Pokemon. It's interesting, a lot of people don't know that he's part Poison-type. Gengar is my favorite design, and he's also the favorite design of Pokemon designer Ken Sugimori. Because he has a very simple design, and that's what I like. I think that's what makes a really good Pokemon, is something that's simple but still stands out. And Gengar has those creepy red eyes and the giant smile, and I think Gengar really embodies the best of Pokemon design, and that's why he's number 1 on my list. Yep, that's it. That's all. That's number 1. Well, you made it through the list now. Let me know in the comment section below what your top 5 personal list would be, because I know a lot of you would have a very different list than mine. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to like and subscribe, and tell everybody about my videos. Go make some different accounts. I'll subscribe to my videos, watch all my ads. If you want to send me some money, go ahead and send me some money. And, you know, I'll even take coins. You can send me your pennies if you want.